Hi guys, welcome to Kristen Kelly TV. So today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. This is going to be a Q&A that I'm doing through Snapchat. So I Snapchatted for you guys to ask me questions. I also posted on Instagram for you guys to ask me questions, and I posted on Twitter for you guys to ask me questions. So I do not know what any of these questions are going to be beforehand, so let's get right into it. So my Snapchat is Miss Chris Kelly, for any of you that are asking. Okay. So, the first one we have.
Hey Kristen, how do you make your foundation look so blended and just really smooth?
So, that's a really great question, Jade. Thank you for asking me. With my foundation, I have to say that the Beauty Blender is the best. Let me grab a Beauty Blender to show you. The Beauty Blender is the best for blending. You just get it really wet. This is like a brand new one, but my other ones are just so stained and crazy looking, even though I wash them every time. So all you have to do is just get this as wet as possible, and when you're putting on your foundation, wring it out so it's moist, and then it gives a little bit extra moisture to your foundation, and then you just put that on all over. And then I also have to say that the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist is absolutely my number one thing that I cannot live without when it comes to doing my makeup. It's my second to final step before I put on my Urban Decay setting spray. I spray this all over, and then I, again with the Beauty Blender, go all in, and I let that sit for like a minute, and then I just do my Urban Decay Cool Mist setting spray. But I have got to tell you that the Tatcha is like the best thing ever, and most definitely I have to say that the Beauty Blender it's amazing. So I hope that answered your question.
My question is, do you watch MTV's The Challenge? And if you were on that show, how do you think you would stack up?
Okay, so do I watch MTV The Challenge? I have watched it in the past, and how do I think I would stack up? So I'm a very fierce competitor. I also do CrossFit. I work out almost every day. I eat right, but I don't have the most amazing diet. I also do drink alcohol, not like in excess. I'm not, not an alcoholic, but bitch likes to party. So I'm not at physical peak strength. When I was doing beauty pageants, that's like competing. I would eat really well and do really competitive stuff, and I was like working out like crazy with the trainer every day. If I was going to be on a show like that, I would probably, if I had a few months to prepare, I would train like I was going to be in a pageant. I think you definitely need to be doing stuff if you're going to be doing something like that. Do I think I would compare? I think I would do really well. However, I'm not a strong swimmer. I had to take swimming lessons as an adult. I have a lot of fear when it comes to heights. So because of the heights and because of the swimming, I'm not sure how great I would be. I think I would be really good at a lot of the physical challenges. However, I don't think I would be good at those two particular things.
Yes, hi. I'd like to know why Kristen Kelly's so beautiful.
So that was my friend Alexis. Alexis, I love you and you're so beautiful too. She actually just texted me and she's like, your makeup looks so good tonight. Oh, someone said your makeup is on fleek. Thank you.
I saw you got your tattoo removed. Was there a reason for that? Also, what shade of lipstick are you in, girl? That shit is poppin'.
So the lipstick I'm wearing is Coral Crush by Dose of Color, and I actually had two tattoos. One is like lips, like on my butt, and the other is the bad girl heart. The reason why I got the lips removed is that I never 100% really loved that tattoo. I loved the idea of it. I got it when I was 19. I wanted to do it before I was 20, before I was like an official adult, I guess. I wanted to do it while I was still a teenager. But when I got it, I had said that I was going to get it removed at some point. So I kind of just like wanted to get it removed. It wasn't like I was like, oh my God, I like need, to have it off my body. It wasn't like I could see it every day. I just kind of wanted it gone. I got the bad girl tattoo removed because when I had originally got it, I was so fucked up. Like, I was so drunk that I don't even really remember getting it. It's also, I was on Bad Girls Club like a long time ago. That's not something that I really think I like need. It's not something I don't know. And the whole, it was actually kind of sad with the Bad Girl one because I wasn't planning on doing that one. I was just planning on doing the lips. And then the tattoo remover was kind of like, oh, well, if you want that one gone too, I can do that. And she actually only charged me $99 for unlimited to get rid of that tattoo. The lips are almost gone, and I've probably gone to 20 sessions for those. And you have to go every like 6 weeks. And the heart is almost completely gone. Like, you can't even see it anymore. And I kind of wanted it like lighter, but I didn't want it like completely gone. It's kind of sad. I don't know. I was kind of sad about getting that removed. But I definitely want to get a new tattoo. And that was one of the reasons I want to get rid of those ones too, is that I just want to get a new tattoo. I want to get it on my arm. And I think I'm going to get it of my dogs and of my dog Nico that died when I was 13. However, the artist that I want to go to is in Australia. So I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon, unless I go to Australia anytime soon. I don't know. What are some things we did not see on Bad Girl 5? This is for your Q&A video. So some things that you did not see. There were a few incidents that happened that out of the respect of the other girls or out of the respect of people that worked on the show, like, I wouldn't talk about. I'm not a trashy person. I just don't believe that things that are none of my business really matter. There were definitely some people that had some emotional breakdowns. There were definitely some things that, shouldn't have happened that happened. However, that's not really stuff that I really want to talk about. And actually, there's like a contract you have to sign saying that you're not going to talk about stuff that wasn't aired because it is a TV show. However, it was 4 months of my life that happened years ago. There was a lot of stuff that they didn't show that happened, but you have to understand that you're being filmed all day, 7 days a week for 4 months. Of course there's going to be stuff they didn't show. Sorry, I couldn't give you like a juicier answer.
Hi, Kristen. Love you. I just wanted to know, overall, would you say that you regretted being on the Bad Girls Club?
No, I do not regret being on the Bad Girls Club. It afforded me a lot of opportunities that I wouldn't have had before. It also was a growing experience. It's really weird. I lived in Los Angeles. I went to school in Los Angeles. And then one day my mom called me and she said, you're moving back to Massachusetts. We're not paying for anything anymore. You need to come back here. I called moving company. And I kind of felt like my whole world was like taken away from me because I didn't have any money. I wasn't working. I lived this like really charmed life in LA. And then to have everything taken away from you and I was back at my parents' house. I was an adult. I hadn't lived there in years. I didn't really have that like anything going on. And then I had moved into one of my parents' apartment buildings because they own real estate. So I was living away from my parents, but still in the same town. I was still in the same state. I didn't really have any friends there. I was working. I had recently gotten into a car accident, so my car was totaled, and I just took the insurance money. I didn't even buy a new car. So it was just like really weird, I was living in a place I didn't really like. I didn't really have any friends. Most of my friends were still in college. I was at a really weird stage in my life. And I remember my mom and I had gotten into a fight. And my mom was like, you lived in Los Angeles and you had this and that and you could have done anything with your life and you didn't do anything. Like, look at you. You didn't do anything with your life. And it was soon after that conversation with my mom that I was at church. And I just remember I was like crying and I was like praying. And I just like kind of surrendered myself to God. And I said, I need something to happen. I feel helpless. I feel just really alone. It's really weird going from having this complete life of, you go into class every day, you're in school, you have friends, you don't have to work, you have all this great life, to you graduate college, you can't get a job, it was impossible. I couldn't get a job in fashion. I really was just, I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And at the time I was doing 3 jobs. I was doing real estate, I was doing alcohol promotion, and I was working in a retail store. And I was just really frustrated with my life and sad. So I just, I said to God, like, please just help me. Like, I need something. And people would come in all the time and say stuff to me that I feel like they thought it was helpful. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry. Someone's texting me. I thought that it was helpful at the time, or they thought it was helpful, but it really was kind of like a nail in the coffin. Like, I remember this one girl came in to the clothing store, and she just looked at me and said, wow, you are so beautiful. You're just gorgeous. And I said, oh, thank you. And she said, no, like, oh. And I kind of like saw what she was saying in her eyes. She was saying, oh, you're so beautiful, but you're working in this clothing store. Like, what are you doing in your life? And I kind of felt like that about a lot of stuff, and like my uncle, we were at Thanksgiving dinner, and he was like, wow, I thought you were the one that got out. I thought of all of your brothers, like, you were the one that was going to make something of yourself and get out there. So I feel like there was all this cosmic energy that was just saying to me, like, go pursue other things. Like, you're better than this little town, and like this menial job and all this stuff. And when I had lived in Los Angeles, I had actually been approached by several different people to do different reality shows. I was hounded by the people for The Bachelor. Like, they just, when I was like 21, 22, they were obsessed with me. Like, they kept calling me and sending me emails and wanted me to come in, all this stuff. And I was like, no, like, I don't want to be on a reality show. Like, no, I'm a college student. I'm in fashion. I'm going to do something with fashion. No, I do not want to be on a reality show. And if it wasn't for my life going in such like a downward spiral, I don't think that I would have ever written into Bad Girls. My friend Tara, I was at her house, and I think she had to go to work, and she was like, hey, like, check out this show. It's called The Bad Girls Club. She's like, dude, you would be so perfect in this show. It's like your life. It's just a bunch of pretty girls partying, drinking, having fun, fighting. She's like, this is your life. So I saw like 2 or 3 episodes, and I just remember watching it, and I was like, dude, like, yeah, like, oh my God, like, that could totally be me. Like, that is me, that's exactly what I do. Like, I drink, I party, I have fun, I, like, flirt with boys, I fight people. Like, this is my life. But I don't think I ever would have had the guts or would have had the drive to have emailed them if it had not been for my life, like, going in such like a weird downward spiral. So yeah, I emailed them, and I literally got an audition. It was like Kismatic? I don't know. I sent them an email, and then I got a phone call, and this guy, Dave Burberry, said, do you want to come in for a audition tomorrow morning? And it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, okay. It was his last day in Boston recruiting for Bad Girls Club season 5, and I went in the next morning, and I knew. It was kind of crazy because I feel like you put yourself out on I don't feel like you 100% put yourself out on the table, and I feel like I really put myself out. Like, when I went up there, like, I asked him, I said, what do you want me to dress like? What do you want me to wear? What do you want me to talk about? And he said, just be yourself, be fun, be this, be that. Just be like your letter that you sent us. And I went in there, and I was like, just, I seriously did not tell them anything that they asked me. Like, if they asked me a question, I 100% told them the truth. And I knew from the moment I left that room that I had gotten on the show. So if it wasn't for Bad Girls Club, I wouldn't have had the money to move back to Los Angeles. I wouldn't have had the amazing fortune of doing so many things and meeting so many people, and just, it really opened up a lot of doors that I would not have been able to go through if it wasn't for them. And sure, I was supposed to have my own reality show, and sure, that didn't work out, and I think about that a lot. But when it comes down to it, like, being on the Bad Girls Club really did change my life. Okay, next question. Oh my God.
Bad Girls Club, how does that work? Like, how are the interviews set up? Because I never understand them.
Okay, sorry, I didn't have the sound on for the first few seconds, but he was asking how are the interviews set up for Bad Girls Club. So I think that he was talking about when you go into interview, when you're in the show. So you film the show, so let's say you are filming the show all week, and they'll have a set time. So like Tuesdays and Thursdays, Kristen needs to, like Tuesdays and Thursdays, Kristen from 3 to 4 will be doing interviews. So then I would go in, hair and makeup ready, like sit in this chair, all these lights, and a director would sit over near the camera and would ask me questions. I'd say, when you were or one of the producers, I'd say, when you were walking with Leah and Leah said this to you, how did that make you feel? So then you would have to say, well, we were walking and Leah said that to me. I don't know how I feel about this. Or Leah said that to me. Who does she think she's talking to? And they would feed you a lot of answers, you know, like to say this and to say that. So yeah, that's pretty much how it would work. I hope that, you know, answered some of the questions. Okay, I think that might be all the questions. Yeah, I think that's all the questions. There was a few more. Yeah, there's a few more snaps that are like from other people, but I think that's just because I had made my snaps public for you guys to send me questions. Yeah. I hope that you guys liked this question and answer. Sorry if it was kind of like a little bit all over the place for everyone. I just, you know, I'd been getting a lot of like tweets from you guys that you wanted to, you know, ask me some questions. So yeah, I hope you guys really loved that, and I will talk to you later. Bye.